and that is to me the concrete experience of freedom. Here it is. And you know, something similar could have felt Gurudev when he had to take in charge the properties of his family in Silaidaha, and he sat there and began to know the simple and poor people from Bengal and felt their feelings, their longings, their needs. Both of them were born in rich families, but that didn't make them leave aside of what was happening to the people in their time. They would also share Tagore's view of religion, the divinization of man and the humanization of God, and it was already told the fact how deep Victoria received Gitanjali's image of God. And I quote her, "I remember the moment, the exact spot and moment where this took place. I was leaning against a white marble fireplace in a room upholstered in light gray silk. The house no longer exists. Neither do those who I was afraid of hurting or those who were hurting me. Nor does the poet who was bringing me the gift of tears, as not even the closest friend would have always been able to do. The images which now live only in my memory will cease to exist together with it, as easily, as irrevocably as all that has preceded them into nothingness. But the Gitanjali over which I was weeping will remain." And we will then finish this presentation with some pieces of that Gitanjali. Both of them refused formal education. They never got a degree, though we could hardly find in their times somebody so aware of man and culture as they both were, and that's why they collected so many doctor honoris causa degrees, as Victoria Ocampo did from this university. I think it has a special name, Upacharya mentioned and that Indira Gandhi went herself to, when she was in Buenos Aires in the 70s, to handle it. They were proposing, Victoria and Gurudev, mankind one of its main challenges for the future: the intercultural, interreligious, and interrace encounter, what Gurudev used to call universalism. And that certainly is a challenge, but good things have come to be real through the dreams and the work of the idealist man. And that's what Victoria and Gurudev shared. Not only ideas, but ideals. The ideas that don't convert themselves into ideals lose soon their vitality. When they are turned into ideals, they begin to work tirelessly to become real. Because the true idealists are the ones who change their worlds, even if, or because, they have to offer their own lives to do so. Both Victoria and Gurudev were such peculiar beings mankind is offered from time to time. Like Gurudev, she kept on working hard till the last days of her long life at her villa Ocampo in San Isidro. Although she had been in bed for 5 months, she would keep on answering letters till December 1978, when she was 88. She passed away a month later. You may all remember one of the first images from Satyajit Ray's film on Gurudev lives. While screening his funerary ceremony, he would say, "His mortal remains perished, but he left behind a heritage which no fire could consume. We who are here and owe him so much salute his memory, Victoria's memory, and commit ourselves to keep their legacies alive. The very work of this university, this event itself, gathering us on this hot afternoon of the Bengalian springtime, are enough proof." As Victoria quoted in the last line of her book on Gurudev's stay in Argentina, "There's no other history but history of the soul. Solo hay historia del alma," in Spanish. And in order to finish, I will share, as Upacharya requested, I share with you some few poems from Gitanjali as they sound in English. They are only 2 fragments of 3 minutes each. They belong to a whole performance of 50 minutes we have developed in Argentina with classical music to make an encounter between the classical Western music and Gurudev lyrics. I will just announce before each one of the 2 parts the poems that are being recited in Spanish, in English for you. Just the first lines. Let's see if now, yes. In the first, we will hear in Spanish, as we Spanish people like to get with us this Bengalian sound of Gurudev's poems, and we take them, although we can't understand properly the lyrics. I hope it will result the same for you, although not knowing exactly what each line in Spanish says. The first block would be poem 1 from Gitanjali, Thou hast made me endless, that is thy pleasure. Poem 2, When thou commandments to sing, it seems that my heart will break with pride. Poem 3, I know not how thou singest, my master. Poem 5, I ask for a moment's indulgence to sit by thy side. And poem 34, let only that little be left of me, whereby I may name thee my all. Fue tu voluntad hacerme infinito. Este frágil vaso mío tú lo rellenas una y otra vez y lo vuelves a llenar con nueva vida. Tú has llenado esta flautilla de caña por baches y colinas y has silbado en ella melodías eternamente nuevas. Al contacto inmortal de tus manos, mi corazoncillo derrama sin fin en la alegría y da vida a la expresión inefable. Tu dádiva infinita, solo puedo tomarla con estas pobres manitas mías. Y pasan los siglos y tú sigues derramando y siempre hay en ella sitio que llenar. ¿Cómo cantas tú, Señor? Siempre te escucho mudo de asombro, la luz de tu música ilumina el mundo. Su aliento va de cielo en cielo, su raudal santo vence todos los pedregales y sigue en un torbellino adelante. Mi corazón anhela ser uno con tu canto, pero en vano busco tu voz. Quiero hablar, pero mi palabra no se abre en melodía y grito vencido. ¡Ay! ¿Cómo me tomas en el enredo infinito de tu música, Señor? Cuando tú me mandas que cante, mi corazón parece que va a romperse de orgullo. Te miro y me echo a llorar. Todo lo duro y agrio de mi vida se me derrite en no sé qué dulce melodía. Mi adoración tiende sus alas alegre como un pájaro que va cruzando la mar. Sé que tú te complaces con mi canto, que vengo a ti como cantor y con el fleco abierto de mi cantar toco tus pies que nunca pensé que alcanzaría y el canto me emborracha y olvido quién soy y te llamo amigo, a ti que eres mi Señor. Sé indulgente conmigo y déjame sentarme un momento, que luego terminaré lo que estoy haciendo. Mi corazón, si no te ve, no tiene sosiego. Y mi trabajo es como un afán infinito en un fatigoso mar sin playas. Es tiempo de quedarse quieto frente a ti. Tiempo de cantarte en un ocio mudo y silencioso la ofrenda de mi vida. Que solo quede de mí, Señor, poquito con que pueda llamarte mi todo, que solo quede de mi voluntad aquel poquito con que pueda sentirte en todas partes, volver a ti en cada cosa, ofrecerte mi amor en cada instante, que solo quede de mi voluntad aquel poquito con que pueda llamarte mi todo. And the second little part, entitled The Longing, would be 3 poems. Poem 13, the song that I came to sing remains unsung to this day. Poem 41, where those stand behind them all, my lover. Poem 44, this is my delight, thus to wait and watch at the wayside. And in the end, poem 103, in one salutation to thee, my God, let all my senses spread out and touch this world at thy feet. La canción que he venido a cantar no ha sido aún cantada. Mis días se me han ido afinando, pero no he hallado el tono justo y las palabras no vienen bien. Aún no ha abierto la flor, solo suspira el viento. No he visto su rostro, ni he oído su voz. Solo oí sus pasos blandos desde mi casa por el camino. Solo la agonía del afán en mi corazón. Vivo con la esperanza de encontrarle, pero ¿cuándo te encontraré? Todo el día interminable de mi vida me la he pasado tendiendo en el suelo mi estera para ti. Pero no encendí la lámpara y no puedo pedirte que entres. ¿Dónde estás tú, amor mío? ¿Por qué te escondes detrás de todo en las sombras? Te empujan y pasan sobre ti por el camino polvoriento creyendo que no eres nadie. Yo no sé el tiempo que hace que te espero, cansado con mis ofrendas para ti, y los que van y vienen toman mis frutos uno a uno y dejan vacío mi canasto. Mis ojos están caídos de sueño en la sombra. Las gentes que pasan me miran sonriendo y me avergüenzan, y cuando les preguntan qué quiero, bajo los ojos y callo. ¿Cómo podría decirles que te espero, Señor? Que tú me prometiste que vendrías. ¿Cómo me dejaría mi timidez decir que esta miseria mía es la dote que guardo para ti? Por eso, mi única alegría es vigilar, esperar junto al camino, donde la sombra va tras la luz y la lluvia sigue los pasos del verano. Mi corazón late contento dentro mío y el aroma de la lluvia que pasa me es dulce. Permite, Dios mío, que mis sentidos se derramen sin fin en una salutación a ti. Como una nube baja de julio cargada de chubascos, permite que mi entendimiento se postre a tu puerta en una salutación a ti. Que todas mis canciones unan su acento diverso en una sola corriente y se sumerjan en el mar del silencio en una salutación a ti. Como una bandada de cigüeñas que día y noche vuelan nostálgicas de sus nidos de montaña, permite que toda mi vida entera emprenda su vuelo al hogar eterno en una salutación a ti. This Solo un minuto más para terminar. Upacharya me pidió que cantara una canción también. This composer has also composed some songs. Since I'm not with the musicians, I will only sing a little piece of a song that can be sung without the musicians. It's from a poem from Gitanjali that says, I only wait for love to surrender myself in his hands. Although I may forget him in my prayers, his love is always waiting for my love. Para entregarme al fin en sus brazos, entregarme al fin en sus brazos. Y aunque no te llame en mis oraciones,